We are down to the last 2 weeks. And now more than ever, every lineup decision is more important than ever. So if you have any questions about your lineup or you just want a second opinion, drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you as quick as I possibly can. Let's kick off this week with accountability. Last week, you see it on your screen. If you see a green strip, we got it right. Red, we got it wrong. Boy, were we wrong about Baker Mayfield, but 7-1 on the week. We're not perfect, but we're pretty good. We're going to start with the X-Man himself, Xavier Worthy, a guy that you see on a lot of these videos, and that's because I really believe in the player, a guy that's been the wide receiver 24 over the last 3 weeks. And over that span, he's been getting the volume, right? It's not just a big play guy. He's getting 8 targets a game, and that doesn't include the touches that he's getting on the ground. Now, he has Houston this week. It's a top 6 matchup, and that at home could potentially be a shootout kind of a game. The only thing I worry about is the fact that Patrick Mahomes injured his foot, injured his ankle at the end of the Browns game last week. So if he's not 100%, is he going to play, right? Is it going to be Carson Wentz going? So I'll say this. If Patrick Mahomes is playing, I'm still going to trust Xavier Worthy. If not, we're going to go a different direction. But for now, Patrick Mahomes is playing, and we're going to start him. Let's go over to my old quarterback, Baker Mayfield, a guy that's been the quarterback 5 on the year, and he's had 2 straight games of 21 or more points. He plays Dallas this week, another top 6 matchup, and it's a must-win game for Tampa. They need to win their division to get into the playoffs, and maybe if they win out, they could even fight for higher seeding here in the NFC side of things. But Dallas does have a good pass rush. That's the only thing I worry about. But outside of that, and the fact that they're on the road, it's a must-win game. We're going to start Baker Mayfield. The other quarterback that I want to highlight this week is C.J. Stroud. It's been an up and down kind of a year for the guy after an electric rookie season, but here we are, fantasy playoffs. What do we do with the guy that we drafted to be the quarterback of our fantasy team? Well, I'll give my 2 cents. He's a top 5 level quarterback in the league. Not for fantasy, but we know the talent is there with a guy like C.J. Stroud. Again, he's playing Kansas City. It could be a potential shootout kind of a game, but he's on the road against Kansas City, a tough defense. It could be snowy conditions there in Kansas City, and he just hasn't had the greatest year. So C.J. Stroud, even though we drafted him to be, he hasn't been. We're going to sit him this week against Kansas City. Here's the full list for Week 16. Again, fantasy playoffs, we're down to the last 2 weeks. If you have any questions about your lineup or you just want a second opinion, let me know down below. But Baker, Isaac Guerendo, I still trust him despite a bit of a down week. Xavier Worthy, Khalil Shakir, same thing there. New England could be a blowout, but I like his production as Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez will be on Amari Cooper, leading Shakir to a little bit more open targets. David Njoku coming off an injury. There's an asterisk here because if Jameis is not the starter, stay away from every Cleveland Brown possible. I'm a Browns fan, right? It's ugly right now. But if Jameis is going, I like Njoku because he had a crazy game the first go-around against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, C.J. Stroud, Tyrone Tracy, bit of a shocker, and DeAndre Swift, so maybe another shocker there. But we're going to sit those 3, start the first 5, and that's going to do it. Good luck this weekend, and if you have any questions, again, drop it in the comments.